West of the Rockies, you are on the air. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Raul. I'm
Yes, sir.
from Tacoma, Washington.
All right.
And I'm going to just tell you a real quick story. Probably I'd say it's about 20 years ago, I was living with this friend of mine in this duplex. And just out of the blue, all of a sudden, I started getting all these scratches on my like soft parts of my body, like underneath my legs where my calves are.
Big wide scratches or like cat scratches or
It looked like there was at least always four like rakes. It looked like I was getting raked on my back by my friends would joke and laugh. Hey, what did your girlfriend? Making jokes that. And I was saying, hey, I don't know what I'm getting here. And then my dad's being in the medical field. He says, well, it's probably just some, psoriasis or something like that. And I was thinking, well, I don't, and then I caught what kind of made me think more about it. I saw like this show with like Spock on it. It was kind of like, that's what was the only thing back in the 80s, that was like about paranormal stuff.
Were these like human scratches? I mean, like nails, human nails or what?
Yeah, it was like nail scratches, just like, and then they would almost pop up almost to the point where it would almost blood would but then they would go away. Just
did you ever feel it when it happened?
Just very, very, very vaguely. Very, very vaguely.
Was this occurring when you were asleep, or
it could just occur at any time? We could just be sitting there at that time, in the early '80s. We were sitting there watching some MTV or something, just sitting around hanging out, and all of a sudden I say, "Hey, look, guys!" And I pull down my shirt, and then right behind my neck is these rake marks, and then it caught like I say, that show, was that narrator, and they showed this same similar incident to this guy that was just in like Boston, and
So how did it resolve? Did it just go away, or what?
Finally, when we moved from that duplex, it just went away. And then finally, as years went on, people would say, "Yeah, you were a victim of a stigmata," and I didn't even know what that was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about all this stuff, and so I started listening to your show. And then I started hearing more about it, and I think, one of these days I'm going to call Art. I'm going to do it. Sure enough, I get in the first call.
This was the second call. This was your night then. Scratches. Wonder what that could be. Not to say for sure that it's a ghost, but human scratches on the body just suddenly appearing, barely felt when they occur, but then turning up as big welts.